The Suncoast Credit Union Gasparilla International Film Festival is taking place all week in Tampa. And yesterday we focused on films made in Florida, but it's also the place to see big films before their theatrical release, one of which is Stockholm, starring Ethan Hawke. And this morning we have director Robert Boudreau joining us, along with Tyler Martinulich, Hillsborough County Film Commissioner. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Lots going on this week. Let's dive into the highlight for today, because this is a big day.
So today's a big day. This is really like our first big day with lots of different workshops and movies playing. And today we're really excited that we have most of the cast from Vanderpump Rules.
Oh boy.
Here in town. Randall Emmett, who, if you watch the show, is I believe engaged to Lala. He's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award today. So the cast are going to be doing a really excellent workshop starting at 4 p.m., 4 to 6, talking about the behind-the-scenes stuff going on in the show. And then there'll be an award ceremony and some of a roast afterwards for Randall. And then a private meet and greet with the cast afterwards.
All right, a roast. Those are always fun.
Yes, they are.
Well, hey, let's talk about Stockholm, which is going to be playing tonight. This film looks so good. Explain kind of the premise of it. And Ethan Hawke, I know you're a big fan of. You've worked with him before, so no surprise you guys are together again.
Yeah, so the film is based on an article that was in the New Yorker, which is the origins of the Stockholm Syndrome.
Which explained, I had not heard of it yet.
Yeah, so the Stockholm Syndrome is when hostages bond with their captors and turn against the police. People here know of the Patty Hearst case in 1974, but this is based on the original incident in 1973, Stockholm, Sweden, where Ethan Hawke, this kind of bumbling bank robber, breaks into a bank in Sweden, ends up taking hostages, and it turns into a 3-day crisis. And during that time, some of the hostages start to fall for their captors and turn against the police. And so Noomi Rapace, who's the kind of lead female, she's the girl with the dragon tattoo. She plays the bank clerk who starts to kind of fall for Ethan's character. Yeah. And then Mark Strong is another captor that works with Ethan. And it's a kind of a fun, true life, absurd but true story.
And that was my first question I asked you, because even from the trailer, you're like, all right, there's a little, I mean, it's a serious subject, but there's some comedic relief, because I think you look at that story and you go, wait, this really happened?
It's almost too crazy, and that's what attracted me to it in the first place, was that the characters were absurd, the situation was absurd, but still deeply human. And there's certainly still a lot of, you know, thrilling moments and drama, but within that, it's pretty light and it's fun. And it's just an entertaining story. Yeah.
Tell us what it's like working with Ethan Hawke. And again, you've worked with him before, and his character, from what I've seen, is pretty kind of loud and out there, and
very much so.
Pretty easy to work with and follow direction well.
Yeah, I've been kind of spoiled because I met Ethan on this movie called Born to be Blue that I did a few years ago, and we got on really well and kind of built a certain amount of trust. And then we were able to follow it up with this, and because Ethan's a filmmaker as well. He writes and directs, and he does theater, and so he really understands the whole process. So he's a real collaborator and a down-to-earth guy. So he's kind of a dream to work with.
Is it kind of weird to say? I mean, does there need to be kind of a chemistry behind the scenes with the actors and the directors, and making sure that everybody's on the same page? Because I can imagine you can get a lot of creative differences, and it can be difficult, I'd imagine, if you aren't on the same page.
Yeah, it's important if you're able to spend the time before you start shooting, getting to know the actors, working out the scenes so you're very clear, especially on independent movies where you often don't have a ton of time. And I've been fortunate enough with Ethan to have built that relationship. But then part of it too is sharing a similar approach, because on the last film we both really wanted improvisation and keeping things loose because it was a jazz movie, and then so that's kind of become something that I've tried to foster with him. So I didn't exactly know what he was going to do on the first day, which is fun. And then he can take chances and trust that I'll protect him.
Well, I wish we're out of time, but that's why you're going to be here tonight with the film, even doing possibly a Q&A afterwards. So make sure we'll put all the details up. Thank you so much for coming in. I know this is a really busy week for you, so have fun, enjoy what you can while you're doing everything, and keep us posted, okay?
Appreciate it.
Thank you both, gentlemen.
Thank you.